Hey everyone, I'm Tal Gross. I'm a senior product manager at Soluto. So you can say that in Soluto, our one and only goal is providing our customers what we call as tech happiness, and I will touch exactly about it later on. So think about it, you probably find yourself quite often helping out friends or family members with technical issues they encounter. Can be the simplest thing as connecting to Wi-Fi or more complex stuff like setting up smart home devices. So by Tech Happiness, we as a company allow our customers to get the most out of the technology they own and can be potentially interested in. You can say our main services are insurance, support, and technical education. We partner with mobile carriers, retailers, and SMBs around the world. And we currently have over 100 million users, and you can actually say that 1 out of every 2 Americans use our service today. So I think part of it related to the way Soluto's structured. So Soluto is basically spread to cross-functional teams that include product manager, UX designer, and a few developers. This is all of the teams, the same structure, some with data science, some with content writers, things like that. And the main focus is that each team, we call it a journey team because they focus on part of the customer's journey in the service. So starting from the moment they enter a store, this is one journey, through onboarding, and when they require assistance. So having these journey-oriented teams allows a seamless handoff when one journey ends and another begins. So each of the teams can provide different wow moments in different contexts in the customer's life cycle. So another thing that is really important to emphasize about Soluto is that we actually don't have just our customers. We have 2 types of users. We have customers, the ones that seek for tech guidance, and we have the experts, the technicians that allow them to gain that and allow them to get the tech happiness I talked about earlier. So having these 2 types of users basically means that when a team goes into a new feature, they will provide value for both sides of the users. So it's a pretty unique thing to have, and there is a consensus in the industry, the tech support industry, that experts or technicians leave after 1 year job. And one of the things we wanted to change is providing the experts a career path they can grow into. And again, if we provide them then the retention for the experts, for the technicians, then also the customers will gain the same thing. So we created a whole new support system that inherit gig economy elements, sharing economy elements that allowed our experts to be flexible with the day and work anywhere, anytime, and how much they see fit. Think about it as a Uber-like for technicians system. And after a year and a half, more or less, of work, then both the customers, the experts' retention increased significantly, but the customers' retention increased by 21% 2 months into the service.
Impressive. I wanted to ask also about push notifications, but I thought, well, maybe it's not as suited.
So we definitely do push notifications because a customer is using an app. We want obviously them to enable it in order for them, if an expert responds back, we want them to know about it. So we do try all kind of things in order to leverage notifications and get the customers know they will benefit from it. So it can be when they have a session with an expert. It can be when we provide them good, valuable content or any other experience we provide them. Yeah, it's an interesting question because you may be surprised to hear that, but in Soluto we don't have any CRM teams, although, again, 100 million users. Our approach is the product teams should own and owning the communication with our customers rather be through it can be through a notification, through an experience in the app, it could be using an email, whatever the team, the product team, the journey team I introduced earlier thinks best and relevant for a certain experience, for a certain customer. Again, personalization, most definitely. It can be completely different, it could be variations, whatever the product and the team thinks is most suitable. However, in Soluto, we do have an organization, an ops organization, that basically in charge of our experts fleet. So again, 100 million users using thousands of experts, we must somehow handle it. So the ops organization in charge, we always maintain high SLAs and high resolution rates, and they create the creation of prediction models for the services volume. So we'll meet that. And you can say that they're in charge of the ongoing experts' day-to-day management, the technicians again, and also their recruitment if needed. So coming back for the actual question about how we work together, then yeah, we highly synced at all times, ops and product teams. Using daily or weekly meetings is more common. The product teams must have consistent announcements, and only by having that, we as a product, I'm saying that, we can repeat and have rapid feature innovation at all times.
So does it normally work, like, for example, product team tells, we thought maybe it would be great that you have something like this, or normally vice versa, where ops tell, yeah, we really need this, and please provide us with this?
Yeah, it's a good question. So I'll answer them separately. So product teams, again, journey teams have their own KPIs. They want to, let's say, for the customers in the store to install our app more. Okay, this is the KPI, and they do everything needed in order to make it happen. It can have direct effect on ops. Maybe they'll do something very big that will attract a lot more customers, and now ops need to have significant amount of experts to support it. So obviously it will be synced with them in order to make sure we'll meet the SLAs. And ops, on the other hand, can tell us they need something in order to support a new thing we've done, and we'll just prioritize it. And we can develop something, a dashboard, for example, in order to support it. We can provide additional set of data that they can rely on. It can go both ways. So yeah, chatbots it's a good question for us because as we see it, when a customer engages with our services, we see it as a relationship that's being created. And one of Soluto's strengths along the years was, and still is, creating a real and genuine customer care. So we, hopefully I will not insult anyone, but we see chatbots as a more as a buzzword more than anything, and we try not to invest time in such. However, chatbots are a more general scope, are part of a more general scope of automation, and we definitely do automation, but we don't want to waste time when we work on a new feature or a new product. We won't waste time on something that is uncertain at the point we just think about it. So we start as lean and manual as possible, MVP, classical MVP, and only when we see it attract more volume and we think it will benefit from automations and things like that, only then on the second, third iterations, we will implement such. So whatever we do, chatbots or not, we will never sacrifice the sense of human touch because we believe that customers crave for such. So no chatbots. For the short answer is no. Changing the way that our experts work and think. Again, they can work from home or their favorite coffee shop was very, very, very not a trivial change to be made in a very strict industry. So when we started the idea, we were a team of 4 people, and we made sure we work on something we can iterate on and learn from. And by 18 months, more or less, instead of just talking about the idea and actually doing something about it, it led to a disruption within our 17,000-person organization and became one of our core initiatives today. And it is crazy for me to think about it because 2 years ago it simply was not exist. It didn't exist at all. And the craziest outcome is that now our Nashville headquarters is moving to a smaller location because we have a lot of free floors now that no one comes and just work from home. So it's my take from it is that you have to start lean and MVP and don't overthink about things.